Frej Lewandal did what most winners would not. He broke Paavo Nurmi's 5-year winning streak, then brought flowers to Nurmi's hotel room to apologize. Nurmi was a fellow Finnish middle-distance runner, and his 5-year streak represented sustained dominance. The streak covered middle-distance competition, not just a single season or isolated race. Defeating him was not simply winning one race, it ended a long run of success. The race took place at Väinäniemi in 1926. Lewandal won the 1,000-meter race in 2:31.2, ending Nurmi's streak. Sports writer Sulo Kalka described Lewandal as feeling as if he had committed a crime. That wording records his reported reaction but not the exact thoughts behind it. The source gives no further explanation. The morning after the race, Lewandal went to Nurmi's hotel room with flowers to apologize. No exact words from that meeting are supplied, but the visit itself is documented. Vladimir Popov won an Olympic bronze medal after pinning his opponent in the final, yet he initially called the medal a failure. Popov was a Soviet light heavyweight wrestler. After winning the 1987 World Wrestling Championships, he entered the 1988 Olympics expected to win gold. That year, he had also won the Soviet and European Championships, strengthening expectations around his Olympic campaign. In Seoul, he lost to Harry Kaskela in the third round. Then he won 4 straight matches, pinning Krister Guldane in the final to secure bronze. After the presentation, Popov put the bronze medal in his pocket. He recalled feeling no joy because the result fell far below what he and others had expected. Some teammates even said third place was worse than being nobody. Years later, his judgment changed. He understood that bronze was still an Olympic medal and recognized it as a great happiness. His later view separated the medal from the gold he had expected. Hitomi Tohyama was raised mainly in California and initially sang in English. Professional work in Japan required Japanese. By 1988, she sang it more than half the time. She moved to California with her parents while in junior high school and attended Oakland High School. Motown and Philadelphia soul shaped her early musical interests. Before her solo debut, she sang in the chorus for Auction and later joined the trio Joy. Producer Hikaru Kanematsu then asked her to learn Japanese for professional performances in Japan. The requirement frustrated her at first, but her performance language changed. By 1988, Japanese made up more than half of what she sang. After her 1981 Nippon Columbia debut, she released Japanese albums and singles including Just Call Me Penny and So Many Times. Her language shift was heard on records, not only in live performances. Diandra Forrest was bullied in her Bronx black community for her white skin. Later, she became the first female model with albinism signed to a major agency. Albinism gives her white skin and blonde hair. Growing up in the Bronx's black community, Forrest was mocked by children and adults and changed schools several times. At the New York Institute for Special Education, a teacher who was also an African American woman with albinism encouraged her. Photographer Shamir Khan noticed her walking on 34th Street. Elite Model Management signed Forrest in February 2009 and clients showed interest. It was the first time a female model with albinism signed with a major agency. In 2017, she became the first model with albinism to front a national campaign for a major beauty brand. She valued that the brand made shades that worked on her skin, while her visibility supported advocacy for people with albinism. The creator of Reddit's r/cringe wanted viewers to feel empathy for awkward people, yet the community became associated with mockery. The stated aim was empathy for the people shown, not mockery directed at them. In July 2012, Michael Dymkowski took over the dormant subreddit after seeing a television segment about teen werewolves. He created RSS feeds, automated alerts that appeared whenever someone mentioned cringe anywhere on Reddit. Those alerts directed people toward the revived subreddit. He encouraged users to visit it. The audience grew quickly. r/cringe recorded 10,000 monthly page views in its first month, 941,000 by September, and 5 million the following month. The numbers show reach, not individual motives. On November 9, Dmkowski banned images from r/cringe and created r/cringeepics for image-based posts. Users initially opposed the decision because they feared fragmenting the community. Within months, the spin-off overtook the original in traffic and subscribers. Hanahaki turns unrequited love into flowers growing inside a fictional character's body. In queer fan fiction, that transformation often symbolizes desire kept hidden. The illness is fictional, not medical. Characters cough or vomit petals and the flowers can progress into blooms in lungs, heart, or throat. The usual cure is reciprocated love. When feelings become mutual, the flowers disappear. Surgery can remove them instead, but the character often loses romantic feelings for the beloved. Its precise origin is uncertain. The 2009 Japanese girls manga Hanahaki Autumn helped popularize it, while fan fiction and other fan media carried it across communities. By September 18, 2023, over 70% of archive of our own works tagged Hanahaki disease featured gay relationships. This statistic describes a pattern, not every story's meaning. Critics also note that surgery or tragic endings may repeat narratives where queer love is denied happiness. Sandra Ewan McKay's memoir recounts hallucinations and hospitalizations, yet concludes with a different claim: serious mental illness is not a life sentence. Her symptoms began in grade 9, including smell-based, auditory, and visual hallucinations. Later, she received a diagnosis of schizoaffective disorder. She graduated from community college with a fine arts diploma, then completed a university degree in art history. Medication and symptoms made concentration difficult, so she took longer than other students. Later, she worked at her father's architectural firm and studied acrylic painting. She married Greg and later moved from one psychiatrist to a mental health team. That team included a psychiatrist, case managers, nurses, and support staff. In the final chapter, McKay emphasizes hope and insight in mental wellness. She also describes giving public speeches and having several friends, contrasting with years when she had none. Her conclusion leaves room for recovery without claiming one universal path. The author of a 1958 autobiographical account of schizophrenia was never publicly identified beyond the pen name Barbara O'Brien. It was published anonymously and received reviews in several publications. The reviews used the name Barbara O'Brien. In Operators and Things, she wakes to 3 gray, wispy figures standing beside her bed. She calls them operators. The narrative follows their journey across the United States, eventually reaching a psychoanalyst. The book extends that word into everyday behavior. Operators manipulate others for success, while things work through trust and candor. The wispy figures last about 6 months before disappearing. A 1976 edition said the author was fully recovered and living outside Los Angeles. That statement appeared in an author's blurb. That update still gave readers no real name or public identity. Barbara O'Brien remained a pen name. The available record does not establish why her identity stayed undisclosed.